Good. Walk yourself to the center and go ahead and hang out for a minute. Good. Come back up. Good. Shake it up. Woo. All right. I'm feeling loose. I'm feeling ready. I'm ready to dance. I hope you guys are too. I cannot see any of the comments on Instagram Live right now. I'm very sorry about that. I had to turn my phone facing the other way. So grab a quick sip of water. Let's not get cold. Quick sip of water. And let's go ahead and we're going to move into turns. You can grab it if you want to. If you have a bar, here you can see, we have a little bar over there for my daughter. It's up to the wall. It's kind of it's actually like a fake me out pull-up bar, but we just put it a little lower and it works just fine. So invest in one of those if you want, or you can just use a chair, or if you don't have anything where you are right now, just be extra careful and use your nice core to keep everything nice and tight. All right, so scooch over so you can see what I'm doing. I'll even turn this way a little bit so you can see me. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to stand in parallel. We're going to drag our right foot out to hawk plank. I want you to feel your belly button. I'm going to go ahead and face this way because it doesn't really matter. You can mirror me. You can do the other leg. We're all adults. You can figure it out. Okay, you're going to bring your leg up to hawk plank, holding that belly button into that spine and tucking your bottom under. Now, I don't want to see this. If you absolutely need it, hold it away, and you got three finger rule. Put 3 fingers on here to just catch yourself. Once you feel confident, go ahead, put your hands on your hips. If you really want it, first position. Squeezing, squeezing, squeezing. Go ahead and come down, awesome. Let's do the other leg. Pull it up, slide it up. Slide against your leg, really making sure that your quad is parallel with the floor. Super important. A lot of times we get lazy and our postes look like this. And what that does is it makes the biggest part of our bodies, which is right here, all that weight is going to this. And you're going to go forward and you're going to fall forward. So using your inner thighs, using your lower abs, squeeze, 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 squeeze. Pull that poste up. Make sure that foot is not sickled and it's flush against your leg, not your knees. It should be above your knee. Have 3 fingers if you need it. Then come to your hips. Awesome. Then come to first. Shoulders are down. Pulling it in. Awesome. Bring it down one more time. We're going to do that one more time. My legs are feeling sore already. I hope yours are too. And you get it nice and settled. Go ahead and put your hands on your hips. Good. Notice we're flat right now. We're not umbrella day. I really just want you to concentrate on our hips and our stomach pulled in, our tush tucked under. Good. Come up to first. Woo! Shake it. I have to shake it with me. Awesome. Bring that leg down. Let's go ahead and bring your other leg up. My right, your left. Or you can be mirroring me or doing opposite. We're doing both legs. It doesn't matter. All right, once you get that nice balance, make sure our hips are not tilted. Good. Come out to first. Shoulders are down. Good. Woo! Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Awesome. Okay, one more thing for our turn technique before we actually start turning is we're going to work on our lower abs. So you see I'm turned out. We're going to bring our right leg up. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to extend it. 5, 6, 7, 8. Flex plie. 1, 2, 3, 4. Extend 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring it in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down 5, 6, 7, 8. Holy moly, your legs will be shaking. It's totally fine. Just really work on not lifting that hip, really concentrating on pulling up, pulling belly button into spine, and using our inner thighs and tucking our butt. We don't want to concentrate on using our quad right now. We're going to squeeze from inside and from underneath to keep that leg up. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, passe on 1, 2, 3, 4, extend 5, 6, 7, flex plie on 1, 2, 3, 4, extend 5, 6, 7, 8, passe 1, 2, 3, 4, down 5, 6, 7, 8. Holy moly, and of course my music cut out right in the middle of that. Awesome. All right, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. All right, bring that leg to the other end, put the chair on the other side if you need it. If you don't have a chair, just stand with your hands on your hips. Here we go. And 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, extend 5, 6, 7, 8, flex plie, 2, 3, 4, extend 5, 6, 7, 8, in 1, 2, 3, 4, down 5, 6, 7, 8. Awesome. My legs are burning. Are yours burning? I hope they are. Otherwise, this quarantine shape is for the burns. But that's something that you can do. It warms everything up. It gets everything nice and tight and ready to go for when you're doing anything from kicks to turns to whatever. So just remember that combination and use that daily when you're warming up right before you're stretching. It's a really good thing to do. All right, go ahead and get rid of your chair. We're going to go into some pirouettes. So the pirouettes I'll be doing with you guys today are all parallel. So when I talk about turning parallel, I also teach to prep parallel. I'm not saying that anything is wrong with prepping turns out. That's just not what I'm doing today. So just do me a favor. If it's not something that you're used to, go ahead and try it with me just to give it a shot. It's okay to learn how to do things different ways. All right, here we go. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to toss you to the side. Just step forward so you can see me. Hopefully Instagram Live can see me. Right? We're going to toss you to the right. 1, 2. We're going to prep in parallel. Our front heel is down. Our back heel is up. Let me go ahead and pause that too. I don't have to scream. Our back heel is up. Our feet are parallel. Our legs are parallel. Our belly button's pulled into our spine. Our tush is tucked under. Even in the prep, it's really important, even in the prep, and I know Sadie said this on Wednesday, that your body posture has to be perfect in your prep. You can't just prep all crazy and then fix it when you rise up into releve to do your pirouette. It doesn't work like that. It has to be perfect. So make sure you got it. And if you're new to turns, go ahead and practice just tendu and prep a few times after this class is over. From here, from your prep, you're going to pull straight up on releve, making sure all 5 toes are pushed into the floor on your left foot. And then you're bringing this leg into passe. Our arms are in first position. I'm going to try not to come down until 8. If you feel like you're falling, go ahead and just put that heel down, but challenge yourself to keep your leg in passe the whole time. Then we're going to go ahead and do that on our left. 1, 2, prep, 3, 4, up 5, 6, 7, come down on 8. Alrighty, so we're going to do 2 holds on the right, 2 holds on the left, so just for preparation, no rotation. After that, we're going to do a single pirouette 2 times on the right, a single pirouette 2 times on the left. Then you're going to, if you are a pro at singles, go ahead and move into your doubles. And then we're going to do 2 doubles on the right, 2 doubles on the left. Then from there, we're going to do keep doing your doubles twice, or move into triples, or as many as you possibly can. Totally fine. Go at your own pace. No, there is no judgment here. This is all for us to better ourselves while we are step inside. All right, then we're going to do 2 of as many as you can on the left-hand side. All right, so give yourself a little break after that. I'll give you about 2 8 counts, but do the whole thing again. So 2 holds on the right, 2 holds on the left, 2 singles on the right, 2 singles on the left, 2 doubles on the right, 2 doubles on the left, as many as you can, twice on the right, as many as you can, twice on the left. And that is what we will just get ourselves doing today for our turn technique. Because I know Sadie did an amazing class on Wednesday. So if you want more turn technique, go back and visit our video, her video from Wednesday. Let's go ahead and get started. Also, if you have any turn questions, make sure you join into the Zoom. If you're on Instagram Live, jump onto our Zoom. And if you're in Zoom at the end, I can ask any questions you want. If you want to show me something, I can quickly try and fix you virtually. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Tanzu. Prepare. Up 5, 6, 7, 8. Right again. Ooh, I'm off today. 1, left. And left again. Push up. Squeeze that belly. Slow single. Use that spot. Right again. Just a single. Everyone needs to go back to basics sometimes. Not sometimes, all the time. And left again. Double on the right. Woo! Double on the right again. Double on the left. I'm trying to stay in frame, but I'm also not trying to run myself into the mirror. Good. As many as you can on the right. Woo! Again. And now left. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Left again. As many as you can. I'm sorry my music cut out. Woo! All right, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. We can do that one more time. Here we go. 5, 6. Just hold. No rotation. As you can see, I put my heel down, but I kept my leg in pausing. Left. Left again. And single on the right. Good. On the left. And again. Double on the right. One more time. Good. Double on the left. Woo! One more time. Double on the left. All right, let's get back up to you. 5, 6, as many as you can on the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right again. As many as you can. Push yourself. Now on the left. Woo! Very good. Awesome. How do you guys feel? Good? Hopefully. Great. Hopefully you felt something a little different that you never felt before. You thought about something that you never thought about before. Or if you are a jazzy type of girl or guy, you're joining us today. You know, if this is your thing, hopefully that was just some nice back to basics practice for you. Everybody needs to go back to basics all the time to recreate that perfect center and that perfect technique. All right, so.
Megs.
Yes, ma'am.
Really quick, sorry, just from observation of a couple of people that are falling out, I'm seeing the base leg not being straight. So I'm seeing a bent base leg. I'm seeing people not going all the way up in releve. And then some, like, I don't know if it's like you bending your arms or pulling them in instead of keeping them nice and strong through your shoulders, but yet relaxed. Maybe you could explain how important the arms and the posture is during the turns really quick.
Absolutely, absolutely. So what I don't know if you guys could hear that on Instagram Live, is that she was watching some of our friends that are in our Zoom combo right now, and then their base leg was bent. So it's really, really important that you are going to push into the floor with all 5 toes. So you don't want to be inverted. You won't want to be on the outside of your foot. With all 5 toes pushed down into the floor. From there, you're going to pull up from your knee. And this motion, pushing into the floor and pulling up from your knee, I guess I don't need to be all the way up here. I'm sorry, this technology thing is cracking me up, especially when I have to do both. When you pull from your knee and push down to the floor, that's what it's going to really, really push through your knees and have a really, really straight leg. So one of the things that I always talk about in all of my sessions or all of my classes is that while you're just hanging out or waiting around, pulling your belly button, tucking your tush under, and rise up on releve. It'll strengthen your ankles, it'll strengthen your feet, and it'll teach yourself to push through your knees like this to obtain that straight leg. That's super important when you're doing your pirouettes. So you want to make sure you hit that sweet spot, as we call it, in your prep. I'll scoot back so you can see me a little bit better. Hit that sweet spot so then you can up into your prep. The other thing she was talking about is your arms. A lot of you guys are coming from here, and then you're kind of bending your arms. You want to think first position, so from the bottom of your sternum, blow a bubble, push it out. You're going to push down on your shoulders. So we're not lifting up, we're pushing down. We're using our underarms, our fun chicken wings when you get older. Sorry, that's what happens. And you're going to use lifting from there. That's what actually will keep it from going that way, is by lifting up. You also want to create a triangle from your shoulders down through your back, and you're going to pull down with your arms, push down with your shoulders, but lifting from underneath your arms. It's really important that you hit that. Because what will happen is if you're at an audition and they see you dancing and you only have a single turn, but you have really great technique, that shows them that you are going to be able to move forward and learn from them. Now, if you're out there and you try and do a crazy triple turn, but your knee is bent, you're hopping, and your arms are like this, they're gonna be like, ooh, I'm not quite sure if that's fixable. So you're really, that's why I always stress, even if you've been dancing for 1,000 years, you always start with just the technical portion, just the lifts, no rotation, and then move slowly forward. Now, if you're an extra beginner, and that's okay, I hate to use the word beginner, but if you're just new to this, you can even break it down even further. And I know Sadie did that on Wednesday, where you can even do half turns and build up from there, making sure every single time that you have the perfect picture of your arms, your stomach pulled in, your butt tucked under, your straight base leg, and your leg in passe, with this being parallel with the floor. So hopefully that covered everything that we were seeing on our Zoom call that we were talking about.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. And I know, like, I know we don't want to make this class super long, but if we could just do 2 doubles on the right and 2 doubles on the left right now, with everyone taking those corrections kind of in mind, and I can, try to look again at people.
That'd be awesome. So we're gonna go ahead and what she said. So we're gonna do 2 doubles on the right and 2 doubles on the left. Just one more time. Let me hit some music. We'll go ahead and do that. And actually, let me count for you. I'm gonna scroll over and see if I can see people. Yeah, and then that way I can look as well, but I'll still count you in. Here we go. Here we go. And 5, 6, 7, 8, and right, 2, 3, 4, and double. Good. And 1, 2, and 3, 4, and double. Obviously, I'm mirroring you right now. Left. And double pirouette. Good. Connect that passe. Pull that belly button in. Tuck that bottom under. Nice. Great job, everybody. That was so much better. I just felt it. Janine, what do you think?
No, much better. Nice job.
So it's super important that even when you are graduating yourself from a stationary pirouette with no rotation to a single and to a double, that you're consistently holding that technique in place. If you feel like your technique is getting thrown off, go back. It doesn't hurt anything. It just gives you that extra practice. So then that way, when you're out on that floor and you're going through that audition, that your technique is in your brain, muscle memory, the whole nine. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and move on. Let me swing back so I can see that you guys can see me. All right, awesome. Whoop. Janine's big. Sorry, Janine. I gotta see my. Okay. All right, so the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna work on some leaps. Now, I don't want to go over too much on like how to do a leap. I'll do that a little bit. But what I want to work on today is how to get more height with our leap. Because a lot of people think that since it's a traveling step, that you want to push yourself forward. And what that does is it throws your shoulders off, it throws your alignment off. What you want to think in a leap is you want to think up. So what we're going to do is I'm going to try and do this as in small space as possible, and this exercise is actually perfect for that. So I'm going to come over here. Hopefully my Instagram live friends, if you haven't joined our Zoom already, that you can still see me. All we're going to do is you're going to take 2 runs, and they're a nice plie. 1, 2. Then you're going to do a mini leap. You're going to push through the floor, and you're going to try and get as high as you possibly can. I don't want to see leaps in a full-on split. I want to kind of see them at 45 degrees because I want you to think up, not out. We're just thinking up. So you're going to run 1, 2, 3, 4. And I really don't want to hit the top of my ceiling. It kind of jumps out right here. Okay, so leap high. Then do it again. 1, 2. So stepping right, left. And I want you to push to the floor. Your legs need to be straight. Your toes need to be pointed. I want you to think, push through every single part of your leg. And I want you to think up. Your arms are going to be pushing down. So I want you to practice pushing your shoulders down and push through the floor. So as a little demonstration, here we go. You're going to go 1, 2, up, and run up. And I know I ran out of camera on that. I'm so sorry, but I hope you could see it in the first one I did. So if you have that room, if not, just do 1 and take that nice deep plie, push through your legs, push to the floor, and then when you land, you can actually turn around and just do it the other way if you don't have a lot of space. I know some of you are in your kitchen, some of you are in your hallway, some of you are in your bedroom. I am so appreciative that you're still doing this with us today. So just make use of your space appropriately. Here we go, let me put some music on so it's not so boring. All right, here we go. We're doing the right side. Here we go. And 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, punch. Good. 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, push. Good. Back up. One more time on the right. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, push. Good. Now, I see some of you are trying to get a huge split. Really, really small. Think up. Use your plie. Alrighty? We're going to do it on the left side. So go ahead and let's walk through that. We're going to step left, step right, push through the floor. You're going to land on your right foot because it's a leap, so you're switching legs. Okay? So 5, 6, 7, 8, left, right, push. Good. Let's try that again. I'm going to back up for you so I can stay in screen. And 5, 6, 7, 8, left, right, up. Good. Nice. Awesome. Okay, so what that's doing is it's helping you forget about all the different parts of doing an actual leap that you need to be in your split. And it's focusing on going up. That's a great exercise to do across the floor, in your living room, in your hallway. A hallway is great because it's just nice and long and narrow. If you live in an apartment building, you can go in your apartment hallway. Everyone should be inside, so no one's looking at you. It's no big deal. All righty, so the next exercise that we're going to do for our leaps to get some nice high leaps is we're going to put our right foot in coupe. And I'm going to face back, and then I will turn myself so that way you can do it the correct way. Put your right foot in coupe, and you're going to hop. Whoop. And you're going to keep your right foot in coupe, and please make sure that you're landing toe ball heel plie. I don't want you to jar your knees on this, and it's really important that we're working our base leg so that way we can get up in our turns. So we're going to hop on it. 1, 2, 3. From here, you're going to just extend that leg and hop into that leap, making sure our right leg is straight and our left leg is straight. Then once you 1, 2, 3, leap 4. We're going to do that on our left leg, and our left leg is in coupe. Hop again, 5, 6, 7. On 8, we're going to do a leap with your left. On 8, and brushing that leg out. Then from there, we're going to hop. 1, leap, 2, hop, 3, leap, 4. Then we're going to just brush leap the rest of the way. So after that, you're 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, I look so crazy right there. But what I was focusing on is squeezing my legs, squeezing my butt to get my legs up without any real prep. You're basically doing it from straight in place. Alrighty, so let's go over that E count one more time. I am out of breath trying to do this and talk at the same time. Hilarious. All right, so we're hopping. 1, 2, 3, leap 4. Hop 5, 6, 7, leap 8. Hop 1, leap 2, hop 3, leap 4. Brush 5, 6, 7, 8. It sounds crazy, it feels crazy. You want to make sure that your shoulders are pulled back, your stomach is pulled in, and that you're landing and pushing through your feet when you're jumping. Push through your feet. You want to land and jump like this. You want to keep your legs turned out, squeezing your butt and opening up from your hips. So that way you're going to be super sore tomorrow, but that will actually help you get those leaps up higher. Let me hit some music and we'll do it all together. Too slow. Here we go. This is like Simon Krebs anthem, this one. Here we go. And 5, 6, 7, 8. Hop 1, 2, 3. Leap 4. Hop 5, 6, 7, leap 8. Hop 1, 2, leap 5, 6, 7, 8. Awesome. Woo! My heart rate's up. Back it up. We're gonna do it again. This time, I want you to focus on nothing crazy with your arms. We're not flying birds. Your arms go from low fifth to an L, low fifth to an L. Also super important, you want that picture perfect. Even if your leap is low, if your legs are straight and your arm technique is good, they will see that you have room to grow. All right, here we go. 5, 6, 7, coupe jump on 1, 2, 3, leap 4, 5, 6, 7, leap 8. 1, leap 2, 3, leap 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry, I ran out of room. Woo! Good. You guys feeling good? Awesome. Guess what? We just did both sides, so we don't have to reverse it. So much fun. Now what we're going to do from there, I was trying to come up with things across the floor that didn't take up a lot of space. So what we're going to do from here is we're just going to go run, run, leap. Run, run, leap. Now, if you don't have a lot of space, like I really don't, I'm going to go run, run, leap. I'm going to land through my leap. I'm going to take my right foot. I'm going to pivot, turn, and then I'm going to step. And that way I can do my right again. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to do 2 on the right. Now, if you are in a setting where you're in a long hallway or something and you have plenty of space, go ahead and just go run, run, leap. And then step through, run, run, leap, step through. Making sure our legs are straight, our toes are pointed. All right, here we go. Here we go. And 5, 6, 7, 8. Run, run, leap. Pivot, turn again. Run, run, leap. Pivot, turn again. Here we go. Run, run, leap. Pivot, turn again. Run, So it should be about the same as if you were in a dance class. Go ahead, grab a quick sip of water if you have one right there. We are doing the left, sorry. I know.
Quick question for you. Someone asked for the other exercise that you did, and I guess any of these, she was asking about ankle weights. So she did the same across the floor, but she used ankle weights. So is it strictly like, is that okay? Or is it doing more harm than good to use ankle weights?
No, I think that's great, especially if this is easy for you. Now, if you're still working on perfecting that technique and keeping your alignment and your placement properly, then I would work up to that. But there's no harm, especially in the run, weave, and the coupe exercise that I gave you. Absolutely. My little ones, I make them put little leg weights on. And also just make sure that you're not like, they're not super heavy. You want to start off small and build up. Just really be smart about it. You're an adult, you can see what your body can handle. Because you don't want to go too heavy, because then that way you'll get injured. We don't want anyone getting injured.
And then really quick, the other question was, how do you get the back leg even with the front? And then also just, I noticed some back legs not being too straight. So.
Okay. So same thing, you just want to, what we talked about earlier, in keeping your legs straight, pulling up through the knee and down through the floor. It's very similar with your back leg. If you really make sure that you're pointing your toe and you're pushing through that knee, that will help you get a nice, pretty straight leg. The other thing is getting things even, is making sure that your hips are nice and stretched out and they're nice and warmed up. There's some exercises that you can do. I don't want to take up too much time, but you can stand at a bar or at a chair and you can turn your leg out into attitude and brush forward and brush back. And you can do that. And basically that'll build up your muscle right here. And then you can do it straight leg as well after, and it just opens up your hip. And you hold it in a second, or you can put it on your hip, whatever makes you feel comfortable. And just make sure that your hips are staying stacked and they're staying nice and even. You don't want to tilt your hips to get yourself higher, if that makes sense. Keep your hips nice and even and nice and square. So I've seen before, some people like kind of rock it and they turn their hip up. And that kind of cheats it, and that's not going to help you. So make sure you keep your hips even, and those exercises can help you build the strength in the back. So then that way your lead looks like this. My words are all getting mushed up together right now. Sorry about that.
All right, thank you. I think that's all the questions.
Any other questions? No.
Nope. We're good.
Okay, awesome. Let's go ahead and do it on the left side. Okay, with the left side, we're going to do the exact same thing, except we're going to step with our left foot, step with our right foot. We're going to extend the left leg. Our right arm comes forward. Our right leg comes back. We're going to step through with our right foot. We're going to pivot, turn, and then our legs ready for left, right, leap, step through, and pivot, turn. That way you can stay in your space, and we can stay all together. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Step, pivot, turn. 7, 8. Left, right, leap. Step, pivot, turn. And left, right, leap. Step, pivot, turn. Left leg, think up. Good. Step, pivot, turn. Awesome. You guys feel good? Good. Okay. All right, so leaps just take practice. So those are some really good exercises to do to get your flexibility and your strength up. Now, we are at an hour and we only got through a few things. Is there anything specific that you guys might want to learn today before I teach, before I go on? Like any technical elements that you might want to learn? I know you have to write it in the comments, or I think if you raise your hand on the thing, Jenny can unmute you.
Yeah, and you might be able to unmute yourself
Oh yeah.
as well. So
Oh.
let's see.
Hey, Meg. Sorry.
We hear you.
Hey, Janine. Hey, Megs. I'm sorry, that was my son. Show a good form for a calypso if you're just learning how to do one.
Sure. I'm trying to find you on here so I can look at you. I can't, there's too many. I'm happy that there's a lot of people, but I can't find it. All right, yes, absolutely. If you're just starting to learn how to do a calypso, let me break it down for you really quickly. I'll teach a really fast combination that you can do. Now, the first thing is I like to start when I'm teaching it about fingertips away from the wall. Because what that's doing is when you do your chaîné and plie around, you have to brush your legs straight side instead of lifting your hip and trying to bring it around. Because what will happen is you'll kick the wall or you'll kick the mirror and that'll hurt really, really bad and then you'll never do it again. All right, so the first thing exercise that I want you to do is stand fingertips away from the wall.
Megs.
With your right foot.
Meg, I'm so sorry, Megs. I think that it normally for Facebook, IG Live, it cuts out after an hour. Can you just start it back up?
I'd be happy to.
Yeah, sorry about that. I just want to make sure people get to hear your explanation.
Sure. Oh, here we go. Share, and then.
And then just so you know, I don't know if we'll have time to get to it, but there's a question about getting your kicks up higher, even if you have a full split. And then someone asked, they threw a turning disc at us at a recent prep class. Can you walk through the mechanics of that trick?
Totally. So I think what we will have to do, Janine, I'll go through all of that and I'll save let's just do another class if you're cool with that. And I'll do my technique combo as a completely different class. Yeah. That way I know.
Maybe you want to just go through those two things in the next class and we do the quick combo at the end. That way we can go over calypsos, the turning disc, and getting kicks up higher maybe in the next technique class.
Sure.
Yeah.
We can do all of that. So you want me to go through the calypso really quick?
Yeah, finish that explanation and then let's, I guess, do the combo and then we can schedule you for another. We'll ask people for more suggestions on what they want to learn from a technique perspective. And then we'll develop the next class based off of feedback in here.
Awesome. Sounds good. So basically, I'm so happy that this is working out this way because we're covering a lot of beginner / intermediate skills. And then in the next one, I'll not go over the beginner skills and I'll go into more intermediate / advanced skills. And that way our girls that joined us today that have a little bit higher of a technique level, they still, obviously you're getting something out of this, but you'll get a little bit more later. So that'll be good. Because I know I've got some ballerina's on with me right now. And I know y'all are itching to do some other stuff. But let's go, yes, let's back to the calypsos. So stand fingers away from a wall or a mirror or whatever. You're gonna do a chaîné in plie. When you get your hips all the way around to the front, you're gonna brush straight side. You're gonna sit into it. Your arms are gonna come to an L. I like to teach them arms in an L first. So then that way you can see the straight lines. You just visually can see it. A lot of people go from first and they open like so. That's totally fine too, but it's just really hard to make sure that our alignment is perfect. So that's why I just like to do this. Just a method to my madness. So we're gonna do that a couple times. We're gonna go down 1, 2, brush side, 3, 4, down 5, 6, 7, 8. Awesome. I think I'm running out of room. So let's scoot back. Let's do that on the right again. Just really making sure that you are brushing straight side and placing your leg where you want it to go. You want to use the force of your foot and the brush as power to shoot that leg up. One more time, 5, 6, 7, chaîné, 1, 2, brush, 3, 4, 5, 6, brush, 7, 8. Awesome. Let's go ahead and do that on the left. Everything you do on the right, you have to do on the left, or eventually you're gonna walk around like this. Or like this, depending if you're lefty or righty. All righty, here we go. On the left, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm gonna kick the wall, 7, 8, to this side. Back it up, let's do that on the left one more time. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, brush, and 5, 6, brush. Nice. Really try when you're practicing that on your own to brush straight side and sit into it without hunching your back. Just sit into that plie and squeeze those muscles so you know what that feels like. After that, what I always add on from here, so you're gonna hop onto that right leg, your left leg's gonna shoot up into an attitude. So you're not peeing on a fire hydrant. You wanna connect your back toe to that back shoulder. Woo. Then you bring it, squeeze it, cross in front, scooting you out of it. So cross, unwind, or for my technique girls, scooting you straight out of it, and then you're ready to go for the next one. So slowly it looks like this. 1, 2, brush, squeeze, attitude, squeeze, cross, unwind. And that is just how I break down a calypso. And then once you have that and you feel comfortable with that, we just put it together. And it's really important once you start putting it together that when you do your chaîné and you brush straight side, and then you jump to that leg. So you jump to it, not a teeter-totter. You don't want to be going like this in the air. You want it to hit at the same time. So hopefully that gave you a good little breakdown. Let's go ahead and practice it broken down on the left, because I'm a big proponent of doing everything on both sides. Here we go, on the left, 5, 6, 7, 8, chaîné, and here, squeeze, here, cross, and unwind, and go ahead and do it again. I ran out of room. 5, 6, 7, 8, chaîné, brush, side, attitude, cross, unwind. Awesome. So on your own, once you get more comfortable with doing that broken down, you can speed it up, speed it up, speed it up. And the next class, we will do them speed it up. Speed it up? Yeah, sure. My word for the day. Cool. Awesome. All right. It's been crazy the last 2 weeks. All right, so I had a quick little, wait, you wanted me to do the combo next class so I can answer questions now, Janine? Is that how you wanted me to do it?
No, so we'll close out with the combo this class, and then anyone that wants to stay back and get one-on-one feedback, they can stay back. And then the next class, we'll do some of the more advanced requests.
Okay, awesome. All right, well, this is a very, very short combo that I made up. I was just trying to put dance moves with some of the techniques that we learned today. The one thing I didn't get to go over a lot were kicks, but that's fine. I know they have gone over that. I know Janine did that. Let me move my chair out of the way so I don't die. I know Janine did that in a class a couple days ago. So let me see. I think you guys can see me okay. I just want to rotate it slightly. I don't like being so close. All right. Okay, so you're gonna start off, you're gonna put your facing back, you're gonna put your right, all your weight on your right, and you're gonna be looking to the side. You're gonna hold, and the music it has a 5, 6, 7, 8 like intro beat. 5, 6, 7, 8. You're gonna switch your weight on your left on 1. You're gonna snap it on 2. Okay, so it's like a quick peek around and a snap from your elbow on 2. So let's try that. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2. And you're gonna peek over your shoulder, something super cute. Okay, then we're gonna take our right foot and we're gonna pivot and face to the front. Our weight is on our left. All right, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4. From here, we're gonna take 2 steps to the front. 5, 6. Okay, we're going to, hold on. Yep, take 2 steps and you're gonna end in a prep. Alrighty, so we just just did a pivot turn around and step forward, prepare. We do a single, double, or triple, whatever you feel comfortable with. I'm gonna just do a double here. And we're gonna land out to the right. All our weight is on the right. So let's go back and try that again. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. Sit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Prep. 6. Turn. 7, 8. Land 1. Cool. One more time. There we go. Get my leggings situated. Thank you for staying with me. Here we go. 5, 6, 7. Switch it. 1. Hit. 2. Pivot. 3, 4. Step. 5, 6. Turn. 7, 8. 1. Awesome. One more time. Then we'll do it with some music, and then we'll add on. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Prep. 5, 6. Turn. 7, 8. Land. 1. Awesome. Get set. I'm gonna put some music on. Here we go. 2. Start that over again. And 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1. Cool. Do that one more time. 6, 7. Sorry. I apologize. Let's try that one more time. 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1. Good job. Okay, from here, we landed on our right leg. All of our weight is on our right. We're going to do an inside fan. So I know we didn't really talk about that today, but just give it your best. So it's basically just like a regular fan, except we're going to do it opposite, inside. So you landed here on 1. You're going to bring it up 2, 3, from here. Awesome. So our weight is on our right foot. We're going to tuck our left. We're going to roll to the back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're going to bring your left leg up and hit it on 7, hold 8 from here. So you're bringing, when you're on the ground, I want to try not to bring it out and over. Bring it up to the diagonal, if that makes sense. Okay, so, and I want your right arm straight, and you're looking at your right hand. Whoop, and hold. All right, with the counts again, you just turn 7, 8, land 1. Inside fan, 2, 3, top, 4, roll, 5, 6, hit, 7, 8. Come down and look to the front on 1, 2, drop, 3, 4. You can come up if you want, if that's your thing. If it's not your thing, you can come up 7, whoop, roll 1, 2, 3, 4, come up 5, 6 if you want, or you can come up 5, 6. You're gonna go 7, step with your left, 7, 8 with your right, and then you're gonna do a little booty turn, woo, 1, 2, from there. Cool, so you're on the ground, you just roll to the back, you're here on 7, 8, come down here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2. Cool, sounds good. Let's add that all together. So we just did our turn on 7, 8, 1, up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hit, 7, 8, down, 1, 2, come back, 3, 4, 5, 6, or you can come up, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2. Awesome. Now, from there, I was gonna do a surprise leap, but we didn't go over those today. So the next trick that you get to do after that is gonna be whatever you want. So if you are working on your leaps, go ahead and give me a regular rangete. If you're working on your calypsos, go ahead and give me a calypso, because even if it's not your best move right now, when you practice it again and again and again, that is what is going to make it your best move. Your practice makes perfect. So after that, it's up to you. give me your own trick. So let's go ahead, take that from the top a couple times with counts. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. Hips, 1, 2, pivot, 3, 4, walk, 5, 6, 7, 8. Land, 1. Inside fan, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hit, 7, 8. And 1, 2. Back, 3, 4, up, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. And whatever you want. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alrighty, so we put a turn with a kick, with some floor work, which is something that I really wanted to touch on because floor work and facing different directions makes your routine more dynamic, and that's really important when you're working on your freestyle or your solo for trying out for other teams. I know almost every team either has a freestyle round or they have a solo round where you have to make up your own jam to show them. So it's really important that you add the floor work and you add the different directions to make your routine more dimensional. All right, so one more time with counts. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Walk, 5, 6. Turn, 7, 8. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hit, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, up, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whatever you decide to do. Bust out some fletes if you're one of my technique girls. Give me a nice, beautiful grand jeté if you are starting out right now, or do another turn, whatever you think you want to be working on. Calypso's included. All right, one more time with counts, and then we will do it with music a couple times.
Quick question. Someone asked, where's your head when you kick your leg on the floor? Did you say it's looking down at your hand?
You're looking to the right.
Looking to the right.
And actually, go ahead and peek down at your hand. I feel like that's what I do naturally. Yeah.
That's what I saw you do, so that's what I assumed.
Yeah, look at your hand when you're down there.
Perfect, thanks.
Of course, thank you. Here we go, one more count. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hit, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And pose at the end for fun. Why not? All right, so to get started, I will have to press play and run. Or I can be smart. Here we go. 6, 7, 8. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1. Yay! Let's do that again. And I was super smart. And I rewound. And I went through the last song. Woo! Here we go. What's that? What? Wrong song. Yay! Just kidding. 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1. Woo! Super fun. Super quick. Put a lot of stuff in there. You guys good? I see lots of thumbs up. Thanks. I like the thumbs up. Yay, thank you. All right, awesome. Now, if I play the music and count you in, can I watch? Yes? I'll cue you verbally. And Leah says thank you. Thank you, Leah. All right, here we go. Here's the music. I'll count you in and I'll verbally give you cues. Get set. Here we go. 6, 7, 8. Sit. 1, 2. Pivot, turn. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, kick, 2. Touch, roll to the floor. 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Roll it up. Or give me a little sit. Up and 1, 2, 3, 4. Whatever you want. Gorgeous. Woo! I like it. I saw some turns. I saw some calypsos. And the pose at the end was super fierce. I appreciate that. Thank you. Awesome. Okay. What do you guys want? You want music again? And I'll count you through it. Yes. Awesome. Okay. Thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Great. Oh, I even got a little booty shake with the thumbs up. That makes me so happy. Here we go. All right, get ready, here we go. 6, 7, 8, sit, 1, hit, 2, turn, 3, 4, walk, 5, 6, press, 7, 8, 1, 2, kick, roll to the ground, hit, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice. I like it. That was so good, you guys. Woo. Are you sweating? I hope so. Okay, yeah. I can see it that you're sweating. It's important that you're sweating. Okay. All right, Miss Janine, are there any questions for me?
Yes, so we had one question, Martha, and so she was just asking, she's in the Pro Cheer Playbook program, and she says she's working on tuck jumps into a split, and the jump split like the Dallas Cowboy cheerleader style, and she's scared to do it. Can she message us on Facebook? So most definitely, you all know anyone in the PCP, you all can record videos, do whatever, post, tag us, and then we'll give you all, feedback. So for the list that I have, for next class, hopefully, and I don't know if we can fit all of this in, but we can obviously have more than just one more technique class, but a surprise leap, calypsos, maybe in more detail, turning disc, getting kicks higher, and then tuck jumps into a split potentially. So if anyone has any other requests, if you could put them in the chat, and then maybe if you could ask people on Instagram as well, if they have any requests for the next, for content for the next technique class.
Okay, awesome. Yes. All right, so my Instagram live, if you're not with us on Zoom, what Janine was just saying is that we are going to extend this class and have another technique class. We'll have multiple because we didn't get through everything that I wanted to today. So what she is saying is if you have a request for next technique class, people were saying more in calypsos, turning discs, split jumps, axles, things like that. If you have anything else that we didn't say, go ahead and comment here on the Instagram live, and we'll go back and write everything down, and we'll prepare that for the next technique class. So then that way, that will hit everything that everybody wants, and so that way you can keep practicing for your auditions.
Perfect, thank you. Quanisha had a question about a few different techniques as far as spotting during turns. So what I would recommend, we can maybe touch that at the next class, but Sadie went over that in detail, and she also gave a drill. So if you're, I'm assuming, part of the Prep to Pro Facebook group, then you can actually go back to the beginning of Sadie's class, or like midway through, and she actually gives a drill on how to help with spotting. So we can, you can go back and look at that. Let's see. Thank you for another amazing class. Absolutely love that I can keep the momentum going and preparing for auditions. Yay, you're so welcome. Can Megs record the routine and we can continue to practice it? So this will actually, it's first of all, it's on YouTube live right now. We're streaming live on YouTube because I couldn't get it to work in our Facebook group. But in the Prep to Pro Facebook group, I am recording this session right here. So this recording will be uploaded into the Prep to Pro. So you can go through this entire class again in Prep to Pro, as well as Sadie's class. Brittany taught hip hop, and I taught kicks and kick sequences. So all of those are loaded in our Prep to Pro Facebook group. The other thing really quick that I want to make available to you all and just make sure you all are aware of and maybe, yeah, great idea, Megs.
I was like,
Um,
why should I should just do this. Flip this around. And then we can be
Awesome.
looking at it at the same
Hi,
time.
everyone on IG. So I'm going to share my screen really quick so that you all can see what we have. I have mentioned this before, but we have done virtual for quite some time. So we have a Pro Dance Academy right now. It's only open to the Founders Circle members, but we are planning on opening this to everyone. So if you feel like you need more technique training and you want things broken down and you just need time to absorb it and go through it on your own at home, we are opening up our Pro Dance Academy to everyone. And you can email me at info@sidelineprep.com. But I just want to show you how much content and how much information is in this academy. So this is just the basic technique videos. And as you can see, there are 16 different videos that just cover basic technique. And all of these are either recorded by Megs, and Sadie also is in these videos as well. But you can basically see that it is instructional videos on how to perform basic technical skills so that you are committing the right form, placement, and all of that into your muscle memory. Because what we don't want you to do is go from basic and think, oh, I've got basic, and then you take bad form into intermediate skills. So we really go through everything in detail. Like I said, like we break down calypso, everything is in here, okay? Turns, absolutely everything. And then that's just basic. So let me show you the other units that we have. So basic conditioning, we have basic conditioning videos. So if you need to condition for basic skills, we have conditioning videos that you can use. We have flexibility videos in here. We have intermediate technique videos in here as well, and intermediate conditioning videos. And we are soon going to be adding advanced technique, advanced conditioning. And this includes across the floor techniques as well as just how to conduct skills on your own when it comes to basic and technique. And so if you enjoyed learning from Megs, and if you enjoyed learning from Sadie the other night, then this is a perfect opportunity for you to learn at home on your own in the privacy of your home, and then also get feedback from us on your actual technical skills. So didn't even think to offer this to you all when Sadie was having her class, but this is something that we've gotten really good reviews on, and I'd love to offer it as an opportunity if you all feel like you need more help with technique. So is there anything that you want to add to that, Megs, because you were the main instructor for the Pro Dance Academy videos?
Oh, you obviously covered everything. There's quite a few coaches, not just myself and Sadie and Janine, quite a few coaches across, a lot of alumni that Janine danced with, alumni that I danced with. We actually overlapped, which was super fun because we were coming up with the content all together. So it was really a group effort. I know my face is on it a lot. Janine's on there a lot, which is amazing because she helped us she's giving this to everybody. Sadie's on there, who's amazing. She flew up from New Orleans to come see us and come work with us. So that was really awesome. So you're really getting a lot of minds in one, not just myself, not just Sadie, not just Janine. Like, you're getting a ton. And I always say the more people you can work with, the better. My way might not always work for you. Someone else's might, or I could be saying the same thing 18 times and it just doesn't click, but then the same words come out of someone else's mouth and it clicks for you. So it's really important that you realize that tons of people put their brains into this for Janine to give you on there. So it is a wealth of knowledge. So please take advantage of it. It's really, really helpful.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you. All right. So here's what we're going to do. I do see the comments that are coming in. I am documenting them. So someone asked, is it overkill to do technique like this at home every day? I don't think so. Megs, what are your thoughts on working on technique? I mean, here's the thing. In the Pro Dance Academy, we talk about how we are taking the fundamentals of ballet and jazz and those technical elements, and we're pulling out what you need for pro cheer. But ballet dancers, and dancers in general, they condition every day. So it's not overkill for you to condition and work your muscles, but at the same time, you do have to pay attention to your body and know when you need to rest as well. So I think it's okay to definitely work on technique every single day and work on your skills there. Just make sure, obviously, that you're warming up properly, that you're stretching properly before you do any of your technique, and that you stretch afterwards so that you don't lose flexibility. Megs, what are your thoughts? Anything to add on that?
It just depends on how much time you have. If you're trying to cram all of the technical elements in every single day, it's probably not going to work out to your advantage. So my advice would be to set aside a certain amount of time and go. I mean, some of you guys are moms, some of you guys are in school full time. A lot of you guys, I mean, there's essential workers that, you know, not everyone is just has all the time in the world right now. So just set up the amount of time that you have appropriate to work on for that day and just plan it out. And if you only have a little bit of time, maybe work on turns and dedicate that 15 minutes to work or 30 minutes to working on turns, and then stretch. I think stretching is important to do every single day. And then the next day work on like leap technique or something like that. And then go back and work on different things, but not every single day. And it actually, once you start working on stuff, if you feel like you're not having a good turning day, fine, totally fine. Go back, work on bounces, go work on your spotting, and then jump into your leap technique. Don't beat yourself up if today is your turn day to work on stuff and you're just not having a good turn day. I did not have a good turning day today at all. And I was like, well, it's fine. I'll fix it. I'll work on it tomorrow. So that is a good point. Or a good question, whether you can work on technique every single day. The answer is yes. Just be mindful about setting yourself a good time to do it. Don't try and overdo it because your body will just get tired. And obviously, Janine said, if you didn't hear her, just make sure you're stretching. Definitely stretching every single day, but make sure you're warm. So if you have to do it right after the shower, or if you go and work out, obviously do it right after you work out.
Perfect. And then another thing too, like, again, that Pro Dance Academy, because like literally we say you need to master this skill before you move on to the next. Like there's a method to how we basically give you the videos and the order in which we give you the videos. And so that's basically what Megs is saying. You can't do everything all at once. You have to work on the foundational, fundamental skills first, and then you can progress and move forward. So like you will get basic elements, basic videos in order, and you will never see an intermediate video until you have sent us your videos and gotten feedback on the basic technique first in order to then progress into intermediate. And that's how you should treat this at home as well. If you're having trouble with spotting, you need to focus on spotting first before you start doing calypsos. Okay. So just be very mindful of what you're trying to do and the order in which you're trying to do it. So also really quick, I'm seeing questions about walks and struts. So yes, we call it the sexy walk or the glam walk. And then also questions about, is hair work considered style or technique? Are there tips for that? So we're actually planning on doing a freestyle class, as well as a pro cheer style class. And in the pro cheer style class, we were going to work on sexy glam walks, hair flips, and just the nuances of being a professional cheerleader and some of the common things that we see across the league. And then in our freestyle video, we were going to talk more about how to craft your freestyle and what that should look like. I know Megs spoke about some of those elements, and we'll go into more detail about that. But basically, what she gave you is a perfect example of what a good freestyle would look like. We personally don't recommend that you choreograph it because we don't want that to be one more thing that you have to try to remember, but we'll go over our methodology for freestyle in that class as well. And I think that that's all of the questions that we have so far. So I love that so many of you all are still on, and we've been on for over an hour and a half. So it just speaks to your dedication for improving and just your overall desire to learn and go pro. So congratulations to all of you all for showing up, for still being here. You need to pat yourselves. Actually, everyone just go ahead, pat yourselves on the back for still being here and for just giving it 110%. With that being said, we welcome anyone to stay on a little bit longer. If you have additional questions, if you want to unmute yourself, if there's some technique that you're working on that you need additional assistance with. At the end of our turns class, one of our lovelies, Erica, stayed on. We gave her some pointers after we were able to look at her, and she nailed her double right after that. So if you need additional assistance, stay on and go ahead. We will be here for you. Don't forget, tag us on social media in your IG stories at Sideline Prep, as well as hashtag SP Challenge. And we will put you and feature you on our stories and enter you in for some contests. And last but not least, I am going to unmute us all so that we can thank Megs for being amazing and spending her Saturday afternoon with us. So thank you, Meg. Yay!
Thank you, Meg.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming and spending your Saturday with us. It's so uncertain when this is all going to end. So just keep pushing. And I just really thank you for staying inside, and let's flatten the curve, most importantly, so then that way we can get through this as fast as we possibly can and everyone can move on to their auditions. I can't say it enough. Just keep yourself safe and keep yourself happy and stay positive, and just so we can all get through this healthy together.
Yes, most definitely. Great way to close things out. Also, be on the lookout. We will have a video coming out on how to record yourself for these virtual auditions. A lot of teams are now accepting video submissions. So we are putting together a video on how to do that the right way for you all. And then we're also going to be offering video critiques for you all at a huge discount. So even if you're not a part of our Pro Cheer Playbook program, because we do this for you all as being lovelies in the PCP, even if you're not in the PCP, you will be able to utilize us and send us your audition videos first before submitting them to the team, and we will give you all our critiques and our feedback on that at a huge discount for everybody. So be on the lookout for that as well. And with that being said, oh, you're welcome. With that being said, that is the end of the class. Thank you so much for joining us. If you want to stay back and get one-on-one feedback, feel free to do that, and we are here for you to stay back and answer any questions. So thanks again to Megs, and have a wonderful Saturday. And we have our next class tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern. We will be learning an NFL style jazz routine from Latasha, who is a former Redskins cheerleader and a current Sideline Prep coach. All right. Bye, everyone.
Hi, guys. Thanks again for joining. We'll see you soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Bye.
Oh, thank you.
I'm staying.
All right. Great job, Megs. We'll see if anyone stays back and wants some additional feedback.
Okay. I went ahead and stopped the IG live.
Yeah, that makes sense. They can't see anything.
That way if they wanted individual help, they can join our Zoom call next time.
All right, awesome. So we actually have quite a lot of people on still that want maybe some feedback. So there's no method to this madness. So if you want to show us something or ask a question, go ahead and do that.
I'm so glad we mentioned like the not good turn days, because I think I had one of those and I was kind of scared at first because I was like, I had my double yesterday and why don't I have it today?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Some days
I'm also kind of wondering because I didn't work out this
million
morning.
turns, some days I can do not one. Totally fine. I'm gonna move this because I feel like I look. Did you guys have any questions? I know most of you guys are in our playbook group and our alumni of our playbook group. We're so happy to see your faces. Rachel.
All right, and then yeah, Krista said she mainly just wants to see what other questions people have, something that she may not have thought of, which is brilliant to stay back for that. So does anybody have a question, or does anybody want to show Megs? You can show Megs the dance. We can play the music for you. If you're struggling with your turns, calypsos, anything that she went over today, we can look at you, like totally up to you. Anyone questions or want to do a demo and get feedback on something?
Yeah, Megs, can you see what I'm doing wrong? I know Janine gave me feedback on my turns, but I feel like trying to spot and whip my head around at the same time, it's like I'm getting dizzy. So can you see what I'm doing wrong?
Sure, totally. Let me figure out how to make you bigger.
Okay,
There
let
we
me
go. Figured it out. There. Prop your phone up, and Janine and Sadie and I will take
Okay.
a listen.
I don't know, maybe
We need to be able to see your feet.
Yeah.
to see my feet. Okay, let me put it back.
Yeah, we sort of need to be able to see your head and your feet if at all possible.
Maybe I'll put it on the ground.
Okay, yep, that'll work. And, yep, and
Perfect.
angle it
That's
up.
perfect.
Okay. So here, here.
All right. Can you do me a favor? Take a step back, and then I want you to turn to the side. Turn, face the other way. There you go. Yep. Okay, so you really want to work on pulling all the way up in releve. Go ahead and put your feet in first position. Just first position parallel for me.
Oh.
Yep, and now rise up on your releve. Now I want you to lift through your knees and pull up. Now pull your belly button into your spine. Yes, yes. Okay, do you feel that? Okay, that's how it needs to feel in your prep and in your turn. Your leg's a little bit bent, and that's why you're a little bit off kilter. So go ahead and prep for me again.
Rachel, can you get up and do this same drill that she's doing?
Actually, can everyone do it? I want everyone to do it while I'm, because it's something that what I always say is when you're in a class, even if someone else is getting a correction, you need to be doing it too. Just even if you're perfect at it, you might hear something that I say that, dawns on you and it's like, oh yeah, okay, I get it. So yeah, pull that belly button in. All right, Tom, do to the side. And go ahead and prep back. And then hold it right there. Okay, now make sure that belly button in and your butt is tucked under right now. There we go. Now pull straight up into your passe. Okay, pull all the way up from your knee. It's okay, it's okay. Good. You're kind of pushing forward, Armisha.
Okay.
You're pushing forward and that's why you're falling forward. So I want you to focus on plying straight down and pulling straight up.
Yeah, and one thing that helped me was thinking about, even when you're preparing the 1-2, especially the 3-4, tucking my butt under there so that when I go up into releve, my butt is already tucked and I push really hard through my toes to make my legs straight.
Yeah. Good. Push all the way down through the floor. Good. Good, Krista. There you go.
Yes.
Squeeze your inner thighs, Armisha, too. When you pull your leg up through passe, squeeze your inner thighs to drag that leg up to passe. There you go. Yeah, there you go. So much more solid. I'm trying to scroll through for everybody else too. I'm sorry. Let me see. Oh my gosh, Rachel, you look so good. And do you go by Kat? Or do you go by Katsura? Is that how you say your name?
Yes, Katsura.
Oh my gosh, that's a beautiful name. You look really good. You look really good. Sadie, do you see anything else from anybody else? I know you're muted. You looks good, yeah. Good. Taylor, do it again. Let me see. Okay, so Taylor, you're leaning forward when you do your prep. So keep your shoulders back and keep your stomach in your butt tucked under. Tuck it under right there. Tuck it even more. Yeah, shoulders back though. Okay, don't like concave yourself, but push your shoulders down and tuck that bottom under. Good. Now pull straight up. Better, you're lifting your hip though, slightly. So squeeze your inner thighs so that way you drag your passe up without lifting your hip from the outside. You got it. Don't give up. Yes. Now you're not falling forward anymore. Okay, all right, keep going. And it's okay to have a bad turning day. Better. At least you're not moving, leaning forward anymore. I mean, falling forward. You know what I'm saying?
Just relax your shoulders down.
Good.
Yeah, when you go up in releve, you don't have to bring your shoulders up with you, right? So still relax your shoulders down. Yep.
Good, Armisha, it's getting so much better. I really want you guys to work on the foot exercises. Janine has them in our the academy, as well as in, if you're in the playbook group, there's like a foot strengthening exercise that we do. Please use that. It just really strengthens your feet. And also, since we're spending a lot of time inside, I've said this like a million times, so I'm sorry for repeating myself again, but anytime you're like brushing your teeth, cooking dinner, you know, doing the dishes, stand and releve. Pull all the way up. Hold it for as long as you can. Make sure your belly button's tucked in, your tush is tucked under, and just hold it. And when it starts to hurt, hold 10 more seconds and then bring down and stretch it out, and then try it again. Do it with both feet first, and then that way you'll build up the strength, and then start doing it on one foot, then the other, and really work on, bring your leg up to passe and be flat on your flat foot, so that way you can really focus on your abs and your tucking your butt underneath, and then from there pull up to releve. Really important to not only practice like from, let me see if I can get my feet in, from here, get yourself nice and centered, make sure everything's tucked in, and then go ahead and rise up and try and hold it as long as you can, and then come back down. But then also, don't forget, don't just do this and then rise up from here. You've got to get the motion from here to rise up, and practice that. And that's something you can just do, you know, while you're waiting for water to boil, or, you know, dinner to finish cooking, or for me, I just wait until my kids stop yelling at each other, and I just keep doing that again and again.
I actually have a question about releves.
Sure.
So I was told, or I heard, or something like that, like you can do releves wrong, because I guess like you'll have your ankles pointed out, like they're supposed to be. So I'm like, what's the right way to do it? Because sometimes like I'll have like my feet like this, and then I'll just go out like that. And it's like, is that wrong? Like, do you want your feet like forward? Like how are your feet?
So it just depends on, you are correct. You can over rotate in your ankle, and actually that's like sickling, basically. So want to make sure that when you're practicing with your feet, you want to practice. So if you're, it's better like this, I guess. Here, so if I'm parallel, I'm pointing straight forward, and you can watch yourself so your ankles are not like this, because that's actually sickling. And then when you're turned out, it's straight down. And so when you're practicing, sit up nice and straight, and just practice these foot exercises. Those are the ones that I was talking about. And you can really train yourself to not sickle. So that's super important. And then when you're practicing your releves, when you roll up on top of your toes, you want to make sure you're going straight up on top. And because if you're going like that, that's wrong. So go all the way up on your toes and come back down. Go all the way up and hold it and come back down. And then if you want to practice it turned out as well, you go all the way up, squeeze, 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 squeeze. A good thing to do is to squeeze with your inner thighs when you're up and releve on your ankles, and that'll prevent you from going like that. Rolling your
and Taylor, you have access to all those videos in the Facebook group. So you can go and just scroll back through, because you've probably forgotten that they're there. Use them. Like everyone on here, especially that's in the PCP, you all have so many opportunities, but you have to use the opportunities that are given to you. So remember that. Does anybody want to do a double turn so that Megs can look at it? Armisha, we didn't actually see your turn. We did see your releve. Did you want to try the turn? Krista, your balances look amazing. So great job with your balances and being able to stay up so long.
Let me see.
You don't have to, Armisha. Like you can send.
No. I'm not.
Okay.
Listen, I've been camera shy a long time. We're gonna get this together. Okay, I think. Can you see me?
Yes.
Okay. Should I turn to the side or should I face this way?
Go ahead and face the side for me for right now.
Okay.
Good. Pull straight up.
Don't let yourself hop. No hopping.
Yes.
Almost.
You got it.
I think so. I don't know why I keep hopping. It's like this is probably my bad day of turning. I don't know.
You're fine.
I'm not even.
There. That was better. Yeah, hopping, you guys, is like the hardest bad habit to break. I got myself into doing it when I started dancing again after college, and it was really hard to get back out of. So really, when you feel like you're about to hop, just pull up on the top of your knee and your inner thighs and your lower abs just a little bit harder to prevent you from hopping, and push through the floor. And if you feel like if you keep hopping, take a break, shake it out, do something else, and then come back to it. You really will want to. And Chris is doing a great spotting drill right now. I can see her doing that. Armisha, you should be working on your spots, because even when you're doing your single pirouette, you still want to whip that spot around to help your body get around faster. It's your that you're kind of lagging, and that's what's slowing you down.
So should I turn my head? Should I keep spotting while my body is turning and then whip my head around, or turn all at one time?
So when you spot, you want to leave. Let me see what you can see on me. When you're spotting, you want to move your body and leave your head forward as long as you possibly can. And then when you feel like your neck is literally going to break off, you whip it around. So hold on.
Okay.
And this drill is, Sadie went over this as well. So if you go into the Prep to Pro and look at the class that she did, she went over this drill as well.
Okay.
See how Megs is doing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I guess I'm just trying to focus too much at one time, like my head, my body.
Yep, just relax into it. I think here's the deal. The one reason that I wanted, and I don't know if you all realize this, but this was the case for most of the ladies, for all of you all that joined. The reason that I asked Megs to add the dance combo at the end and include a pirouette was because a lot of times turns are mental, a lot of technique. Everything in life is mental, right? So everything that we do in life from a performance standpoint is in our head. So we've made up stories to ourselves. Oh, I can't do this, or I can't do that, or I'm good at a single but not at a double, or I just, and that creates the physical outcome. Well, when you're thinking about dance moves instead of the double, then you can normally hit the double better because you're not thinking about the double, which proves to you that it's mental and that you can do the double. So y'all have to know and believe and visualize and see yourselves executing the doubles flawlessly, and it will happen for you. And stop overthinking it, because overwhelmingly, when you all did the dance routine, the doubles happened because you were able to come out of it and hit the next movement. So a lot of it is mental. You just have to relax into it and make sure that you go over the drills and you look at the videos and do all of the things to create the right muscle memory, and it will happen for you. Okay. So just try not to overthink this stuff. And I can say this to you all because it was mental for me too. And once I got out of my head, I was finally able to turn. But it took me a while to understand that it's more mental than it is physical. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anyone else want to show anything and get feedback on it before we hop off?
I had a quick question, but it's not about like technique or anything. It's about the founders page, the founders circle. Do we have to get added to that, or do we just?
Yes. So email me at info@sidelineprep.com and I'll send you all the information about pricing and how it all works and all of that type of stuff.
Okay.
Yep. And then you will get access to it. But it's I don't know that you'll necessarily get access to the founder circle page because that's just for the 50 ladies that are founders members, but you will get access to the videos so that you can go through them, starting with basic technique. But just so everyone knows, in order to get intermediate, you have to send in videos and get feedback from us first to advance to intermediate.
Okay. Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah, of course. Yep. Just email us, info@sidelineprep.com. All right. And then Krista says one thing that helps on game day is she breathes out as she's going into the turn. Yeah. And we all have like our own little mental things that help us. Some of you all hold your breath way too long through the whole turn. You know, so like really thinking about what it is that you need to do, but it is like literally mental. Okay, anybody else?
This has nothing.
I call it the sweet spot. And I do the same thing, Krista. Like when I go and I hit my prep, I breathe out, and that helps you pull your belly button into your spine and tuck your butt underneath. And this is what I call the sweet spot. So when you are practicing your turns, before you pull up, you want to find that sweet spot where you know that your body is really nice and aligned. Everything's pulled into where it's supposed to be. I breathe out, so I'm telling you, find that sweet spot and then pull and then pull. So yes, I love that, Krista. That was just a little stupid term that I call it, sweet spot.
Like that. All right, Arbisha, you were going to ask something?
Yeah, this had nothing to do with, I was just peeking at your books in the background. Atomic, what's that at the bottom? Atomic Habits. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. So all of these are like my favorite books. This is one actually that we're giving away for people that post, but this really helps you take something that you know you need to make a habit. It gives you different techniques on how to make it a habit, different things that you can do daily to ensure that you get rid of old, like unhealthy habits that aren't contributing to your success, and then putting in new habits. This is an amazing, amazing book.
Yeah, I was peeking at it. I'm going to go find it on Amazon. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yep, it's a really, really good book. And, you know, one thing for you all to remember, just as like having bad form, right, is something like you can retrain your body, right? So when you prepare, you're not going to the sweet spot because your butt's tucked out and your arch, there's an arch in your back. Well, once you get to the point where automatically you tuck your butt, your shoulders are down, all of that stuff, you are, through practice and repetition, committing the right form into your muscle memory. Well, habits are the exact same thing. So instead of you kind of physically training your body, what you're doing is you're training your mind subconsciously. And so everything in life that we do is a habit. And so either you have good habits and you've programmed your mind on a subconscious level to have good habits, or you have negative habits. And all it is reprogramming your mind. And so Atomic Habits just gives you different ways to make sure that your environment and the physical things that you're doing helps to train your mind subconsciously. So it's a really good book. All right, awesome. Anything else, ladies? Thanks for hanging out with us. We appreciate it.
One more.
Everyone good? Yep, go ahead, Taylor.
Yep. So for the combo, so I know we kicked out with our left leg. I don't know if I'm just like spinning too much, but how did we get on the other side? Like, how did you, like, can we do that part?
Well, let's do this. It is going to be on YouTube. And then give me an hour and this video will be uploaded in the Prep to Pro Facebook group. And then you can take your time going through it to Counts with Megs and pause it, rewind it, pause it, rewind it. So
awesome.
That's okay. Yeah, only because Megs has 2 kids and a husband, and I want to make sure that I'm being respectful of her time as well. But we do have a replay, and I am like, it's right now on YouTube. You can look at it now, or if you want to wait, it'll be in our Prep to Pro Facebook group as well.
Okay.
All right, awesome. All right, well, thank you, Megs, and thanks, y'all. I really appreciate y'all hanging back with us. This was really cool, and we will be back tomorrow, like I said, at 11 a.m. Eastern, learning a jazz routine, and we will get Megs on the calendar for for another technique class soon. Thank you so much, Megs. Really, really
Thank you,
appreciate you.
Megs.
Oh,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
To see everyone's face.
Yes. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Stay safe.